What's up, what's up? How's everybody doing out there today? This is Monday. It's 11:15 a.m. on a Monday morning. Gonna launch a new one here in about 4 days. Gonna launch it on Friday. This is Zero Fats, aka Cam Jennings, aka Cam Fats, coming at you on behalf of epicconversions.com. Yes! I am going to launch a new product. It's called Free Funnels. I'm going to be launching it on Friday. Why it matters? It matters because it's going to teach people how to do everything that the big marketers do for free. Pretty awesome stuff. Using all free tools, they're going to be able to put it all together. Like now, legitimately, you can start and run your business for free. It's pretty amazing. I wish that this product would have existed when I first got started. I'm in the business of doing that now. I'm in the business of creating products that I wish were around when I first got started. You want to know what kind of product you need? It's the ones that you wish were around when you first got started. Anyways, whatever. That's what's up. Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're an affiliate out there and you want to promote, hit me up. We'll get you squared away. If you're someone who thinks that product might help you, if you have questions, hit me up. We can talk about it. I'll give you a link to the sales page and all that jazz. Anyways, hope everybody's doing amazing out there today on this fine Monday morning. I guess it's almost afternoon. I want to talk to you guys about positioning, because positioning is so damn important, man. I don't care if you're an affiliate marketer or you're a product vendor or you're a copywriter or whatever you're doing. Man, positioning is so important, right? Let me give you guys an example. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to give you guys several examples. Maybe I'm going to be guilty of, beating this positioning horse into the ground. I know I've talked about it before. I'm going to talk about it again. So check this out. I got approached by several people who wanted to promote free funnels, and I kind of rejected them, which is funny because I'm the guy who's running around like crazy, JV recruitment guy, trying to get people to promote my stuff, right? Like a slimy cat this week, just running around, hitting everybody up, dropping the spam in their DMs, just being an all around not fun guy this week, right? That's me, I admit it, because I'm trying to, get attention for my new product launch. But there's a lot of people out there who want to promote stuff like free funnels, but the cat's just got the approach wrong, right? You got the approach wrong. If you're a new guy, and let's be honest, you're a new guy, you don't have a big list, you don't have much of an audience, but you're getting started and you're trying to figure it out. What's up, Waylon? You're getting started, you're trying to figure it out, and you wanna get started, you wanna do some product reviews. Okay, cool. You got to position too. You have to position too. I'm a product vendor, and I'm spending the next 5 days focusing on people that can help me sell product. Okay? I'm not trying to focus on people who I got to worry about black hatting my product. Okay? I don't want to deal with that. I'm not living that. All right? That's I'm not about that life. So, look, you can be a new guy. It's not about how many sales you're going to bring me. I've been the new guy. We've all been the new guy. I don't have a problem giving product review access to the new guy. If you're the new guy, you have to show that you're trying, right? You have to show that you're about it. It's positioning. That YouTube channel didn't position him as an affiliate marketer. It didn't position him as a product reviewer. I mean, I could have slapped that YouTube channel together in 5 seconds and put all those weird videos on it. None of it mattered. It didn't position him as anything. So I mean, it's positioning, right? That comes back to positioning. I was talking was talking to somebody yesterday or the other day. He was telling me that he had launched a couple of books, and they kind of flopped, you know. And he was telling me what they were about, and he gave me the book titles. And you know, the assumption was that, you know, people just weren't interested in the books. They weren't interested in those topics. But when I read the book titles and I looked at what they were about, I felt like that's not really true. I think it was just positioning. It was just a positioning problem. You know, people do care about those subjects he was writing about. It was just positioning. It was like that story. I was reading a blog article, and I can't remember the exact book titles, but I'm going to give you guys just fake ones just to make them up. But like, you guys need to look into this, all right? And I'll tell you more about it in a minute. I made a list for you. I'm going to tell you. But you ever notice that, like, if you ever looked into this, look into this sometime. If you've ever looked into this, there's this phenomena of people who write books. If the books flop, they will retitle the books and change the cover on the books and relaunch the books, right? And sometimes they'll see great success doing that. Like, I remember this guy, he wrote this book. It was called like, you know, how to get and sustain like a really good long-term relationship or something like that. It was a very like straightforward to the point title, right? It was a very straightforward to the point title. It told you basically exactly what the book was about, which is fine. It's no problem. But it flopped, you know, and it didn't do very well. About a year or two later, he got this idea, and he was going to try to do it again, and he was going to relaunch it, and he retitled the thing. He retitled the same book. He didn't change the book. He just retitled it, and he titled the book how to get and keep any woman in the world, or something like that. Just something crazy like that. How to get and keep any woman in the world. Or it was something like that. And that just went crazy. It just went crazy. People loved it, right? But he repositioned it. He just repositioned it. It was the same material. He just connected the dots in a different way for the people he was interested in pulling in, the people he was trying to get. He just repositioned himself a little bit, right? And this is a really interesting topic, you guys, and it's not just about titles. I don't want to give you guys the impression that it's just about titles, because it's not. It's about everything. It's about the message. It's about the message that you're putting out there when it comes to the product or the book or the movie or the whatever. It's not just about the title. It's about the entire message, right? Like with free funnels, you know, I went a certain way with it, right? With free funnels, my point was, hey, it costs money to do all the stuff we do, right? And it's really hard to start a business online without investing money, generally, right? And there's kind of an underlying kind of cliche statement that it takes money to make money. And that's kind of true a lot of the times. You know, my message with free funnel is, hey, guess what? Let me show you actually how to do it all for free, right? So that's kind of the message. That's how I'm connecting the dots. I don't know if that's going to work. My gut tells me it'll work. My gut tells me it makes sense. We'll find out Friday. I think it'll work. I think it'll resonate with people pretty well. You know, I know it's a really good course. And at the end of the day, you can have a good course, or you can have a good book, or you can have a good movie, or whatever you got. It can be really good. But like, if you don't connect the dots for people, it doesn't matter. Like Anish over there, with his YouTube channel, he didn't connect the dots to me, okay? He wanted access to my whole funnel. It was probably a half hour worth of work. He could have changed the banner on that thing. He could have, took down the videos that were not relevant, and he could have told me in his message, like, hey dude, check it out. I'm brand new. I'm trying to get a review channel started. Here's what I got. Can I have product review access so I can do a review on your product? Cool. I probably would have hooked him up, no problem. But that wasn't the message he was sending to me. The positioning was wrong. So this is important. Let me give you guys some examples of what I mean, okay? Here's some bands, right? You guys like music. Everybody likes music, right? All right, check this out. You guys know about the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Who knows about the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Let me know. You guys know about this band? Famous rock band. The Red Hot Chili Peppers started out as Tony Flo and the Miraculously Majestic Masters of Mayhem. That was what the Red Hot Chili Peppers started out as. Tony Flo and the Miraculously Majestic Masters of Mayhem. For whatever reason, that title didn't work for them. They changed their name to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The rest is history. Who knows about Finger 11? Finger 11, originally titled Rainbow Monkey Butts. Another famous rock band whose original name didn't work for them. Rainbow Butt Monkeys didn't work for them. They changed their name to Finger 11. They took off, right? Lamb of God, another famous rock band, originally titled Burn the Priest. Burn the Priest didn't work for them. Burn the Priest wasn't commercially viable enough for them. They changed the name to Lamb of God. What about Earth, Wind, and Fire? Who knows about Earth, Wind, and Fire? Huh? Earth, Wind, and Fire was originally called the Salty Peppers, right? We're talking about famous rock bands, famous bands that changed their name. They had to reposition themselves a little bit to reach this like crazy level that they've reached, right? To reach the success that they reached, they had to reposition themselves a little bit, okay? Here's one. This is one of my favorite ones. Blue Oyster Cult. Everybody knows about Blue Oyster Cult, right? Don't fear the Reaper. We've all heard that. Baby, don't fear the Reaper. Take my hand. We all know that, right? They started out as Soft White Underbelly. What? What? Soft White Underbelly? Who would name themselves Soft White Underbelly? That was Blue Oyster Cult's original name, Soft White Underbelly. They had to reposition to Blue Oyster Cult before they achieved the success that they achieved. Pink Floyd started out as Screaming Abdabs. Screaming Abdabs. They had to change their name to Pink Floyd before they achieved the success that they achieved. Bone Thugs and Harmony started out as the Band-Aid Boys. Green Day started out as Sweet Children. That's creepy. The name's is creepy, man. Sweet Children? The name's creepy. Alright? The Beach Boys started out as the Pendletons. The Pendletons. Pendletons just seems very mundane to me. You know, I get that hindsight's 20/20, right? So I'm not judging. No judgment here. But the Beach Boys seems a lot more catchy than the Pendletons to me. Def Leppard. You guys know about Def Leppard. Pour Some Sugar on Me, right? Hysteria. They started out as Atomic Mass. Atomic Mass. The Cure. You guys know about The Cure, right? The Cure started out as the Obelisk. The Obelisk. The Obelisk. I can't even pronounce it, man. The Obelisk. That's what they started out as. They had to reposition their name to The Cure before they achieved this massive Rock and Roll Hall of Fame level of success, right? Enough with the bands. Let's move on to some books. You guys know about Lord of the Flies, right? William Golding's Lord of the Flies, famous book, became a movie, classic. Everybody knows about Lord of the Flies. It started out as Strangers from Within. William Golding had to reposition it to Lord of the Flies before it took off and achieved massive success. Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland started off as just Alice. Lewis Carroll had to change the name from Alice to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland for it to achieve this massive level of classic success, right? Had to change the name, right? Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice was first called First Impressions. First Impressions. She had to change the name from First Impressions to Pride and Prejudice before she took off and achieved this massive level of success. And now what we know is a classic book, Pride and Prejudice, taught in all schools, right? Started out as First Impressions. right? John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men started out as something that happened. I mean, you can't get any more lame than something that happened. That's what it started out as. There's something that happened. He changed the name to Of Mice and Men, right? Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird started out as Atticus, right? Just that one simple title, Atticus. He changed the name to Kill a Mockingbird. Boom, it took off, achieved instant success. The book didn't change. The title was all that changed. Now listen, guys, I'm not just talking to you about the title. I'm just giving you some examples of how people repositioned. And look, I know it's coming from the title, but I don't want you guys to think it's just about the title. It's not just about the title. It's about perception. It's about what people see when they look at that thing. What do they see? What does it make them think of? How are you connecting the dots, right? Because you have a goal. You've created this product. You've created this thing, and it's meant to help people in a certain way. So how do you position your marketing? Not just the title, but the title, the copy, the sales page, everything. How do you position it all to send that message out to people, right? It's not just the title. I understand I'm giving you guys titles here, but I want you to understand it's not just the title, okay? It's the entire marketing message, okay? J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. It started out as The War of the Ring. He had to change the name from The War of the Ring to The Lord of the Rings before achieving that level of success. Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace. Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace started out as All's Well That Ends Well. Right? These are classic titles, you guys. Classic book titles started out with very different names. Those names did not take off. Those names did not catch. They changed the name, and all of a sudden, these books became massive success stories, right? George Orwell's 1984. George Orwell's 1984 started out as The Last Man in Europe. The Last Man in Europe became 1984 by George Orwell. For some reason, people resonated more with the 1984 title. It took off. Now it's classic status, right? Movies. Let's talk about movies here. American Pie. We all know about American Pie. We've all laughed at the movie American Pie. It started out as teenage sex comedy that can be made for under $10 million that your reader will love, but the executive will hate. Right? It's weird, right? It's weird. Things just weird. I'm not trying to say it's bad or good. I'm just saying it's weird. It changed to American Pie. It took off. To be fair, American Pie had a couple of renditions, a couple of different names before they landed on American Pie. And here's a question for you. And if you know the answer to it, leave it in the comment section, because I'd love to hear the answer to this question, because I was doing research on it and I couldn't figure out the answer to this question. But when you have a blockbuster movie, when you have a movie that you know you've sunk millions of dollars into, and it just needs to hit. It needs to hit, man, because you sunk millions of dollars into it and everything needs to be right. How do you name that movie? How do you title that movie? How do you land on the finished version of the title? I'm curious. I want to know. So if you guys know, let me know. I would love to know how they come up with the finished title of these blockbuster movies they've sunk millions of dollars into, and they just can't afford to have anything go wrong. I want to know. Pretty Woman started out as $3,000. $3,000 being the amount of money that he spent on the prostitute. $3,000. So they were going to call the movie 3,000. It ended up being called Pretty Woman, right? Tomorrow Never Dies. Originally it was called Tomorrow Never Lies. They changed the title. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre started out as Head Cheese. Head cheese. They ended with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a good thing they did, right? Wendy says one of the answers to your question equals focus groups. That's a great answer, Wendy. That is a great answer. And that makes total sense. So, in effect, they're testing the market. They want to see what people are resonating with when it comes to titles. They don't leave anything to chance. I wouldn't leave anything to chance either if I spent millions of dollars on a movie. I'd open up a few focus groups too. There's no doubt about it. The Titanic was originally called The Ship of Dreams. All right? That movie, that blockbuster movie by Cameron Crowe, you guys all know about that movie. We've all seen it. It originally was called The Ship of Dreams. right? Boys Don't Cry was originally called Take It Like a Man. Casablanca, the classic that we all know, it was originally called Everybody Comes to Rick's, right? Friday the 13th, that horror flick we all know, there was a ton of sequels. Friday the 13th, it was originally called A Long Night at Camp Blood. All right, Stand By Me, classic. My wife loves that movie. Stand By Me was originally called The Body. The Body! This is creepy. All right? The Body. The Body became Stand By Me, became the classic we all know and love. Heartfelt story of kids growing up, experiencing their lives and tragedies and good times and bad times. Just drama, right? Straight drama. These cats were just in straight drama. Stand By Me. Who can forget the scene on the train tracks going over the bridge? It was amazing. It was a great movie. But it would have been called The Body. Wouldn't have done as well as The Body. How many people would not have even spent the time watching that movie, would not even have picked it up at the video store, would not even have, picked it out on Netflix, would not have even went to give it a chance if it would have had the name The Body. The positioning was off. You see what I'm saying? The positioning was off, right? People are going to get a perception just when they see the name, right? Fatal Attraction. This is my last one, guys. Fatal Attraction was originally Affairs of the Heart. Fatal Attraction was originally Affairs of the Heart. I don't know that Affairs of the Heart is necessarily a bad name, but I think that Fatal Attraction might be better. I'm probably just biased because Fatal Attraction is freaking famous, right? We all know that movie. There's been millions of dollars synced into the advertising and marketing budget of Fatal Attraction. Obviously, no money's been sunk into Affairs of the Heart, so I'm not biased towards that. But anyways, that's it, right? That's it. So, my message to you guys is this. First of all, think about the message you're trying to convey when you're titling your products or when you're titling your books. Think about not just like what it's called, but like the message you're trying to put out there. What's the feel? What is the feel, man? And when it comes to titles, I always think, how can I convey that feel in a cool way? When we look at free funnels, let's look at this for a second, right? Let's look at this for a second. Free funnels, right? I mean, you guys get it, right? Let me show you, right? So if we go over here to ClickFunnels, we go to ClickFunnels, you just look, we get it, right? We see what Cam's doing, right? ClickFunnels, free funnels, ClickFunnels, dark blue, light blue, red, TV, basic font. There's the light red, there's the light blue, there's the light red, there's the dark blue, there's the basic font. It's the same thing, right? Except it's free, right? So what's my message, even with this artwork? My message is, hey, guess what? The tools that these guys use is expensive. Free funnels is $99 a month. Who's my target? My target is all the people who think they needed free funnels, but it's too expensive because they saw that $99 a month price tag and it was too expensive, right? How can I help those people? How can I help those people who just don't have the money to spend $99 a month on ClickFunnels? Well, I mean, let's show them how to do everything for free, right? But when I'm showing them how to do everything for free, I want a certain message out there. And the message is, hey, look, think about ClickFunnels when you're looking at my sales copy. Think about ClickFunnels when you're on my stuff. I want you to be thinking about ClickFunnels when you're looking at my stuff. I want you to have that feeling fresh in your mind that this stuff is too expensive for me, right? Because my message in my copy is going to be, how can you do this without all that expense, right? So it's not just the title, you guys. It's the whole entire marketing package, right? It's the whole thing, and it's about positioning. From from Anish over there, who can't get his YouTube channel positioned right, to me with my product launch coming up, to all those classic book titles and movies and everything else, rock bands that you guys saw. Everybody had to position correctly before they achieved success. Anish could have got access to my entire funnel, even as a newbie. All he needed to do was position himself correctly, right? With free funnels, I might flop. It might be wrong, but it's not because I didn't try, because I did try. I tried to position it correctly. I had to have a feel for what I felt like would work, and I positioned it correctly. In my mind, I did. Maybe it flops, maybe it doesn't. I don't think it will. It makes sense. The science of it makes sense, so I think it'll be fine. But if you guys can position yourselves correctly, you can do a lot. I mean, a lot, right? If you took the time to build a product, to make something, to make anything, right? And you built it because you loved it, if you can identify like the reason why you loved it, the reason why it mattered to you, like if you can like connect those dots to everybody else. Well, this is why it matters to me. So if I assume everybody else feels like I do, which they don't, but some of them do, how can I get this message to everyone else? How can I get everyone else to see what I see in this product? How can I make that happen, right? Because that's positioning, right? You need to connect the dots because everyone else isn't on your wavelength. There's a reason why you loved what you just created. See, guys, it's easy for us to fall in love with our own genius. It's easy for us to say, man, I'm a genius. This is a great idea. And we create this thing, and it seems like a great idea. But then we falter because we don't connect the dots to everyone else out there. Everyone else out there doesn't see it as a great idea. They see it as something they don't need or something they don't want. How can you, as a marketer, how can you connect those dots for people? How can you get them to see what you see? Because that's your challenge. As a marketer, that's your challenge, right? There's a reason why you love something. There's a reason why you created something. The trick, the goal, the end result that you're looking for is getting everyone else out there, your customers, to see things the way you see them. Why did I love this thing so much to create it, right? The goal is getting everyone else to see that. And if you can do that, you will win. All right, point blank. So anyways, free funnels. Free funnels coming out Friday, June 30th, 9 a.m. Hope to see you all there. It's going to be fantastic. Leave me messages in the comment section. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Don't be quiet. If you like this live stream, share it for me. Share it with a friend. Help me out a lot. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.